This afternoon, this is Dan Lawson with the Alliance for American Manufacturing. I'm back in Canton, North Carolina. I'm here at USW Local 507's Union Hall, and today I have the pleasure of talking to Walter Brooks. Walter works in Waynesville at the plant there, which is part of the amalgamated local here. Walter, how long have you lived here in the area?
I've lived here 61 years. Worked in the mill for 41 years. Been here all my life.
And what do you do at the paper mill?
I'm a shipping clerk right now. I'm kind of like a crew leader.
A crew leader, okay. And what other associations do you have through the mill or through the union?
Well, I'm a part of the mill ERT team and emergency response team, and one of the medics in the mill for injured personnel if we have people that are hurt. Also, the mill's been real supportive in doing that, helping me get that part and stand behind us and our team both.
And for the local, you've been a chaplain.
I'm a local chaplain now for the union here.
And how long have you been doing that?
I've done it off and on for several years. This is my position now for this year. I took it as a full position to do above my work.
And you've been affiliated with some of the churches in the area.
Yes, I've been affiliated with churches for a lot of years. I've been associate pastor of several churches and worked in the chaplaincy programs of several different organizations through the church systems.
Now, over the years, you've probably seen a lot of changes at the mill here and in town, actually. As the mill goes up and down?
As the mill goes up and down, you see the people go up and down. People change, people leave. It's always been a concern when we see the jobs tighten up, or we've had some layoffs from back in prior years. And it was always a sad time because you saw families uprooted, moving and leaving, going somewhere else.
Is that because besides the mill being here, what else is here for work?
In Haywood County, there's hardly any other industry left. Everything else that used to be here is gone.
And what were some of those industries?
Well, we had a shoe plant, a rubber plant, tannery, furniture plant, and several little smaller sewing things up. But it's all went by the wayside now. We're the only thing left in the major industry left.
And with the current situation where China and Indonesia are dumping paper into the country, they're not gonna stop at just one type of paper. If through market conditions there was extended layoffs here at the mill, or worst case scenario, the mill just ceased to exist as it is now, what would happen to this community?
It'd be disastrous for this community simply because of the fact that people don't have you wouldn't have the income coming in that is there now. This is a very civic-minded community, helping one another and one thing another. A lot of money coming out of the mill goes out into the community to help other organizations and other people help each other's needs, and with such as that, and keeping it here. And if you see families have to pack up and leave, it's never a good thing. And will they be coming back? Probably not. Once they go somewhere else and find a way to make a living, and it's just sad to see that there's nowhere else for them to turn.
And what other prospects for young people are in this area?
That's the thing we've all discussed and talked about a lot at work. Our kids are growing up, and our grandkids are growing up, and not having a job to look forward to like we did. I mean, when I first started out in the workforce, there was several plants in the area within easy driving range. We had what I said here in the county already, and in the Asheville area there were several plants over there that industry there that we could go to. Jackson County, neighboring county, had industry there. All those have dried up already for the most part. We've seen it dwindle down to probably less than 5% of what used to be here.
And if you had the opportunity to talk to the people that are going to make decisions on these trade cases, and our representatives and senators that have the opportunity to vote on these trade bills as they come up, what would you say to them that we need here to keep this a viable operation?
we need a level playing field where we're all playing to the same rules, the same guidelines, to make it fair for everybody. You know, we're not trying to corner anybody, not want anybody cornered out of the business. Just give everybody a fair chance to be in the business. You know.
Now, when you say playing by the same rules, are you talking about some of the regulations that we have to follow here by government?
Yeah,
You should think that should be
the standards should be the same. Our standards, somebody else's standards, whether they're selling, buying, or producing. We should have some standardization that we're all having to meet the same goals.
Well, Walter, I really thank you for taking your time to come and talk to us today. You know, I can't tell you how much it means to us to have so many people in a small community like this step up and want to help out to make sure that we can keep a mill running and keep an industry alive in this country.
Well, that's all of our should be all of our goals, to keep American industry up on top and not on the bottom. And this dumping out, and one thing that like we see happening in our other industries is has we've seen it come in and happen to them. We surely don't want to see that happen to our industry here.
It just seems that we're having the middle class dwindle away from us.
There's the upper class and there's the bottom. You don't have a middle. We used to have, upper America, middle America, and the down home side. Now there's just two. And I don't like the word too much, but as old saying is, kind of the haves and the have-nots. And there's a whole lot of have-nots now, and it's kind of a bothersome thing.
Listen, I really appreciate you coming down and talking to us, and
glad to do it.
I wish us all a lot of luck. We need to keep the middle class going.
We need to keep our prayers and thoughts up and see that this thing goes through.
Thank you very much, sir.